Let us look at another example. So we have 3 over 2y is equal to 12. In other words, this value that y represents, when you multiply this value by 3 and divide the result by 2, you should end up with 12. Now, some of you would recognize that to solve this problem, you could just simply be a one-step process, where you simply multiply by the multiplicative inverse of 3 over 2, which is 2/3. Because multiplying 3 over 2 times 2/3 would give you 1. But remember, if you multiply the left-hand side by 2/3, you also need to do the same to the right-hand side. This is one way of doing it. Let me just put a mark here, because I'll do it another way. Alright, so 2/3 times 3 over 2, multiply any value times its reciprocal, you'll end up with 1, right? So you end up with just y. 2/3 times 3 over 2, alright, 1, 3 to itself 1, itself 1. So you end up with a 1y, which is just y. Alright, you want to say 2 times 3, 6, 3 times 2, 6, so you have 6 over 6, which is 1, so 1y. And then multiplying 2/3 by 12 is 2/3 times 12 over 1, right? So 2 times 12, that's 24. Remember how to multiply fractions, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, 3 times 1, 3. So y is equal to 24 divided by 3, which is 8. If you want to take a multi-step approach, again, some of you might feel safer doing it this way. So you want to get rid of the 2. So you multiply both sides by 2. Right? You multiply both sides by the fraction you want to disappear. Right? So times both sides. Well, by 2, or by whatever the fraction you want to disappear. So say, for example, it was 3 over 5. You multiply both sides by 5. Say it was 3 over 7. You multiply both sides by 7. So you multiply both sides by whatever the fraction is that you want to get rid of. Well, I have time, so I don't need this anymore, right? So I multiply both sides by 2. So how times 2 times 3 over 2 times y equal 2 times 12. Because remember, whatever is done to one side of the equation, you need to do the same thing to the other side. Now 2 times 3 over 2. Alright, 2 times 3, that's 6. 1 times 2, that's 2. So end up with 6 over 2. And 6 over 2, that's 3, right? Or you could say 2 into 2. Leave here to 1, so you end up with just 3y. And 2 times 12 is 24. So of course, you want to get rid of this y. Sorry, you want to get rid of this 3, so you divide both sides by 3. So anything over itself is 1. So you end up with 1y. And 24 divided by 3 gives you 8. Now here is another problem. 2/3 x minus 1 equal to half x. So again, our first objective should be to get rid of the denominators. I want to get rid of the fractional terms. And therefore, notice it's different from the previous example. So we have 2 different denominators. We have a denominator of 3, and we have a denominator of 2. So how do we approach a problem like this? We multiply by the LCM. Let's put it here. So we times, multiply each term by the LCM. What's the LCM? For the denominators, 3 and 2 are 6. So multiply each term by the LCM. In this case, it is 6. So put in bracket here 6. Alright, but this particular case, it's 6. So multiply each term by 6. So 6 times 2/3 x. 6 times 1. So each term. And then 6 times half x. So 6 times each term. First thing. Alright, because the LCM is 6. Now, 6 times 2/3. If you notice, 3 into the 6 here goes 2. We divide 3 into the 6, that goes 2. Alright, so we end up with 2 times 2x. So this becomes 4x. Alright, 3 into 6 leaves you with 2. And then the 2 times 2x gives you the 4x. And 6 times 1, that's 6. Here, 2 into 6, this is 6 over 1, right? 2 into 6, that's 3. And 3 times 1x, so that's 3x. Group-like terms, so we have 4x. So remove 3x on both sides, so this 3x, here become minus 3x. Add 6 to both sides, this minus 6, no, positive 6. So 4x take away 3x, that's 1x. So x is equal to 6. Here's another problem. M plus 1 over 2 minus m plus 3 upon 5 is equal to 2. So, again, we have a situation where we have 2 different denominators, and therefore, we need to try and get rid of those first. First order of business. So, same, we multiply by the LCM of the denominators, which is 10. So, we times both sides by 10. Put it out here. Multiply both sides by 10. And when it's both sides, we're talking about each term by 10. So 10 times the m plus 1 over 2. And because it's all of m plus 1 over 2, the bracket is very important. Because it's not just 10 times m, but 10 times the 1 also. 10 times each term in that numerator there. 10 times the bracket is extremely important. Because without the bracket, you're seeing 10 times the m alone, but remember, also multiplying the other term. And then 10 times 2. So 10 times each term. So 10 times this, 10 times that, 10 times over here on the right hand side. Now, what will happen now? 2 into 10 gives you 5, right? So we end up with 5. End up with 5. 5 into 10 gives us 2. And 10 times 2 give us 20. So now the fractions are gone. We just need to expand the bracket and group like terms. Alright? So expand the bracket and remember, so 5 times each term in the bracket. So 5 times m, that's 5m. 5 times 1, that's 5. The other bracket now, we're multiplying the bracket by a minus 2. So minus 2 times each term in the bracket. So minus 2 times m, that's minus 2m. Minus 2 times positive 3. Remember, when you're multiplying or dividing, once the signs are different, the result is negative. So minus 2 times positive 3, that gives you minus 6, equal to 20. And now we group like terms. So these m, so we have 5m, bring forward minus 2m. Group the numbers over here, so we have 20. Add 6 to both sides, so this minus 6, like it, positive 6, subtract 5 from both sides, positive 5, so we have negative 5 over here. So 5m take away 2m, that's 3m. So 20 plus 6 is what? 14? Sorry. 20 plus 6 is 26. And 26 take away 5 is 21. So here we have 3m is equal to 21. Yes. Move the space. So let's finish it up here. So we have 3m is equal to 21. Continuing. So we divide both sides by what we want to get rid of always. So we want to get rid of the 3. So we divide both sides by 3. So 3 cancel 3. Leaving m. And 21 divided by 3. That's 7. M equal to 7 is our solution. And by the way, as again, you can always test your solution. Just replace m with 7. So what you have here is 7 plus 1, which is 8. 8 divided by 2. That's 4. And minus, if m is 7, 7 plus 3, that's what? 10. 10 divided by 5, that's 2. So the left hand side is 4 minus 2, which is equal to the right hand side, which we have over here, which is also equal to 2. So we are confident m equal to 7 is our solution. See you in the next video. We'll continue with some more equations.